Welcome gamers, I'm Red Gaming, and today I'm going to go over my fight with Lazy Panda and what I can improve, what I did right, and what even Lazy Panda can improve. We're starting with the stuff that came with the thing, which was a water bucket, cobwebs, sword, gapples, bow and arrow, fishing rod, some beef, wind charges, instant harming shield, armor, pickaxe, deep slate cobble, a flint and steel totem, ender, pearls, TNT, and a speed, strength, and fire res potion. Now, the stuff that I really would like to use would be the bow, and arrow. That would have been cool, to hit Lazy Panda from far when he TP'd, but I don't really think I would have been using that. Not well with the fishing rod. Cobwebs I would have just gotten stuck in. And if you watch the video, this is a spoiler alert, I did kill off Lazy Panda in cobwebs. Water bucket wouldn't have that interesting, except if you want to get rid of cobwebs. I already had gapple, so why would I take the beef? Shield, armor, TNT was useless. Flint and steel is useless. I should have taken the ender pearls, because I could have just teleported away, but I'm fine with whatever you use since I won.
Panda is feisty.
Alright, we're gonna start with the battle now. Now here's 2, 1,
Hold
go.
on a second.
Oh my goodness, I forgot that.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Now, if you watch the extras, I told Lazy Panda that I tried to hit him with the 3 instant harming, and then tried to kill him off right away. Well, of course that didn't work. If that were to work, he shouldn't. If he didn't pull out his cobwebs, that could have worked. But also, I want to see my aim.
Okay.
So the first one, I threw to his right, but he went right, so I hit him dead on. And then the second one, I threw left, which missed. And then the third one, I threw right, and it missed. So I only hit 1, which means if you saw the video, I didn't get him down that much. Also, it would have gone down to, 5 hearts. So that was kind of a big mistake. I don't know what harming would have done anyways. After that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to have to go into a PvP fight. He immediately axed me, so then I wouldn't have a shield anymore. And then it was just down to a 1v1. But what I'm happy about is that he didn't realize that I had to pull out my axe. And if he noticed that, he would have won, which is also lovely. I also said that in the extras. So I'm getting some good hits off, and I can't use the shield strategy that I was using the 1v1 with the less, kit that has less stuff, because he axed my shield. So it was just down to this.
Why are you using?
He immediately used his gapple because I got a few hits on him. Because of the the sword and stuff, and because I hit him so low a lot of the time, he had a gapple. After he gappled, I tried hitting him into the corner, which I could have comboed him a lot, but he pearled away. This is where one of the things I could have used my bow. As he teleported, I could have shot a few arrows over there, but he would have just ate another gapple instead. Which, as soon as he teleported, he put up more cobwebs. So I had to go around them, which was pretty easy. He actually tried getting himself stuck in there. And then he put down flint and steel, but I have fire res, so it doesn't really help. And then he tried lighting a TNT, which, as you can tell, he put it down, but as soon as he did, he tried flint and stealing it because he's holding it right now. I hit him with the back into the cobwebs. Now he gapples again. And then he starts running for some random reason. I think, here comes the axe again. So he's trying to axe me, and he did. I don't know why I'm holding up my shield when he has his axe out. That doesn't really help me. But I kept, I was comboing him a lot. But then this is where it kind of felt. Because I lost, he went left on the left side of my screen, and I didn't know where he went. So I was looking all around for him. I couldn't find him, and he got a few hits. And I thought I did 360. And so when I finally found him, look at me, sitting half health. I was thinking of putting the totem in my offhand, but then I knocked him far enough to have myself a chance at a gapple. Now I did corner myself, which was a bad strategy. I should have not cornered myself and put myself against the wall. Whatever lazy pin it did in the moment right now perfectly set me up to get him out because he wasn't comboing me enough. He was comboing me. He could have got me down because I only had 11 hearts, but he wasn't doing that. He had his axe out for some random reason. But I was comboing him out, and then he retreats with another gapple. I could have pearled out like he did, but I didn't have any pearls.
Okay.
And then after that, I took advantage of comboing him. Just a few more hits. We were comboing each other. He tried to go for critical hits. I kept knocking him back. Then he tried the same thing going around me again. That time it didn't work.
I know, but I have.
And then his next strategy was to knock me into the cobwebs because they were right behind me. The strategy successfully or whatever you call it, but I got out there pretty quickly. And then it was my turn to see if I could knock him into the cobwebs, which the same thing happened. I still tried to get him into the cobwebs, and as you can tell, I did. If you saw from the POV, if I got a few more hits in, I would have been able to finish him off right there. But of course, he somehow escapes and then gapples. And I was stuck as well. So I had to go around, and he was retreating. We were just going in circles there. Now that's a bad strategy. I could have just hit him through the cobwebs and ended it there. So I already missed 2 opportunities of finishing him off. So we went back into some combos of each other. More combos, and then I had my shield out. He gapples once again. I decide to gapple because I'm pretty low on health because he was doing it, and then I'm trying to knock him back into the cobwebs because that was the best strategy. I almost got him down, and then turn of events, he knocks me into the cobwebs. I don't know how that happened, but I was stuck. But I knew that I had to get out, so I got out in time. And then he gapples again because I was comboing him so much. Miss a critical hit, which makes him put down TNT. But the thing that he didn't realize is that we disabled TNT, and so it didn't work.
The moment he realized that TNT doesn't work.
Now, if the TNT did work, I would have to run, because TNT does a lot of damage. I don't think we had blast protection on our armor. I might be wrong, though. And then cobweb strategies again. We're trying to knock each other into the cobwebs. I'm going for his feet while having my shield out, which is the strategy that I was using in the first place. But he goes over to his axe and then gapples. Now, he did the same thing as I did. He backed up into a corner to gapple. And so, when I was comboing him, he was stuck and he was just swinging with his axe. What's unlucky is that he escaped and put down cobwebs. There's another missed opportunity that I almost killed him. He also comboed me a lot. And here he comes again with an axe out. He tries to lose me again, but I found him pretty quickly. And then trying to knock him back into the cobwebs after he placed those few cobwebs. That was my idea for the rest of the game. He's just swinging his axe around. He combos me, and then he's fighting with his axe, which is very weird, because swords are better than axes, so that was his mistake. He should have used a sword instead of an axe. But he was trying to get my shield down, but he must have heard the sound, because I wasn't using it. And then, I mean, he went straight to his sword, but he gappled once again, which made me knock him back twice. And then he went cobweb all over the place. It actually got me stuck. And here's the thing he should have done. He should have started hitting me, because that would have got me down low and I would have to eat a few gapples. But nope. Instead, he places more cobwebs, which is really stupid because I was stuck in them.
That was so useful.
So that was his mistake, and he missed out on killing me.
Guess what? All I'm using is gapples and a sword, and I'm doing as equal damage as you are with these special combat.
And then he uses the rest of his cobwebs there, and now he realizes that he used too much cobwebs, so he has to bucket he has to use his water
What's
bucket
his
to
back?
get rid of his cobwebs
For you,
because
huh?
he was afraid of getting stuck. Which doesn't get rid of the cobwebs that I knocked him into. As you can tell, I got stuck in a cobweb, immediately got out because he was dealing with his water bucket, another missed opportunity right there as I'm sitting on 13 hearts. Keep missing him. He pearls away for the second time. Could have used a bow
no.
here because it could have gone a few shots, but he could just
Teleported.
crouched. And then he's placing more cobwebs instead of attacking me, which really doesn't
Wow,
help.
you
He uses the
actually
rest of his cobwebs here, doesn't even double stack any cobwebs. And then he realizes that he has to gapple, and I try knocking him into the corner again, which doesn't work. Now
I
in the
know,
end game
it's
of the
not-
fight,
It's literally.
he's just running away for some random reason instead of trying to combo me as I'm sitting on 12.5 hearts. Which he should have comboed me because that would have gotten me low. And then proceed for
I
me
know
to
this
gapple.
battle's not gonna actually end.
And then he gets a critical hit, but this is where I think the fight ends.
Because
Since
we have a stack
since he
again.
didn't use Bottles of Enchanting before the fight, I knocked his chest plate off right here. And then the knockback from the sword made him go up into the cobweb. And at this rate, I knew I won. All I had to do was knock him out. Now, he does the mistake of doing absolutely nothing, trying to place down a TNT. He should have pearled away, which I don't know if that would have worked. He should have at least pearled out of the cobwebs pretty quickly, so then he could have made another gapple. Instead, he just stands there, and I win the fight. Here, let's take another look of what he uses, or tries to use. So he has his axe out, and then he pulls his TNT out, and that's it. He should have pulled out his pearls and teleported, at least trying to teleport out so that he could have gappled. But nope, I win the fight after finally knocking him into the cobwebs. Now, that fight could have gone smoother, as I missed a lot of opportunities. He missed a few opportunities as well. But in the end, I still won, and I guess a win's a win. So, yeah, thank you for watching.